He wouldn't let me bring no throwing turntables outside. We had to go get our own. You know what I mean? So we used their equipment. And he used to put us on the spot. He used to bring us, we used to do parties, and Shaheed be like, yo, I'll be right back. I had to be wound up playing the parties.
Mag Radio.
So,
it's the man.
Mag Radio.
Yeah, Mag Radio. Then I became a part of the Seton Hall
my first set from
Cold Militia, where we used to really go hard. When we was going hard, we was trying to really be between that beef with Red Alert and Molly Mall. We had our own thing going on at Seton Hall called the Militia.
Too, right?
DJ Disciple, we was all up
another
there.
DJ.
You know, and that's where it came from. So if you want to say, do my history run long with music, from hip hop to house music, I think it overcomes a lot of DJs out there.
Yeah.
My history runs very deep with this here music.
I tell you,
you know,
my history run about 1975. I was probably no more than 10 years old. And my older brother and sister, they used to get basement parties. They used to give me a bunch of 45s. You know, 45s, this, small, you know, vinyl. And they said, you play this list like this. And it was only one turntable at a time, so you had to be quick. Once one record come off, you had to turn down the volume, pick up the needle, put down the next one. That was Flashlight.
The plastic
You
in
know?
the middle.
Yeah. And you had to put down another one. When you play it, you had to flip it over this side because you had to play the back side next. And they gave me maybe like about 20 ones, and that's how I played it, and that's how I got into music.
yeah.
With all that history, knowledge, know-how, and now, you know, with you guys being unified, what's next for Soulful Vibes, and what can you guys tell us about the future as far as your goals?
Well, Soulful Vibes, like I said, we're growing. We every day we have a lot of DJs that reach out to me. You know, being the station manager, I kind of oversee the operations of what goes on at the station and the DJs and the schedule, and we're getting so much feedback from a lot of these DJs, even overseas, that all want a slot to be part of the family because they see what we're all about. We're not just like the other internet radios. It is all about the music. If you have an ego, you know,
you don't have a place here.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
you know.
You're right about that.
If it's about your ego, then you can't be a part of the family.
Right. So I kind of screen them, you know, when I'm speaking to them, or I do history checks on them, or, you know, because if that's what you're going to be like, you're not going to fit in with this type of family, because we're truly about the music. My company, House Love Promotions, that's what. Why I fit in well with them, because that's what my company's about. It's about music, love, peace, and unity. It's not about the egos. People reach out to me as a promoter all the time. You know, they want me to promote them. If you have an ego and you think you're the #1 DJ or the #1 producer or the #1 artist, well, then I'm not the promoter for you, because I'm not going to do that. There's no such thing as a #1 DJ, #1 artist. Even Louis Vega's not #1. Everybody has their own style of playing. That's what makes them stand out. That's what makes them unique.
I put it like this here. A couple of years ago, Logan put me on a worldwide DJ list. Called me up and told me, he said, yo, I'm placing your name on the worldwide DJ list. Within about 4 months, where I said at number 10 in the world.
You was up there.
I said at number 10 in the world.
Number 10.
And as far as a house music DJ,
Right.
I was sitting right under him.
There's things you
That
just
quick.
don't know.
And the thing is, I can sit here, brag and boast about the history, what I do, this, that, and the other. What happened last week? DJ called me out, right?
And we talked about that 2 days before that when we went
We
on the
talked
phone.
about that.
DJs called
Some DJ out of the ordinary called me out. Some I don't even know this guy from Patterson. From Patterson. So I lit him up. I took him back. He said he was gonna be listening, right? I heard from his peoples, but I never heard from him. I don't have time. The thing is with me is that I don't have time to shoot ego. Everybody here is a family.
We're a family.
I've heard everybody play.
We all listen to each other.
We heard each other. My name be in that chat room. I sit back. T play late at night. I be sitting back listening every Friday night. I came to both of them. What did I say when I started the site when we was down at the Lincoln Park Fest? I said I'm gonna be calling y'all because I want y'all on the site, right? When I seen you on Will G, what did I say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be calling y'all because I'm starting up the site.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the DJs that I already knew. Malik hit me up. When Malik hit me up, I knew it was automatic. You know? When she hit me up, Hutch hit me up on Kel, that was automatic. See, I already know the quality of DJs that's already on the site. I always told Shaheed when I started the site, what I say, Shah? He gonna always be there. Logan gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? Because this site is not about Rick, it's not about Hutch. And we'll tell you.
Exactly.
It's not, and I told her, I said, look, when she became manager, I said, who makes the choices? She do. If it ain't something she comfortable with, then you give me a call. Then you give Hutch a call. You know? DJs reaching out to her. If they submit you a CD and you see fit for them, then you let us know. I don't get involved with it. I fund the site. I pay it. No, any of y'all ever had to pay any
Right,
anything
right,
out of your
like,
pocket?
you know,
Exactly.
he takes care of the, he's the CEO, him and Hutch, they do the monitoring.
Nobody has to pay nothing out of their pocket, right?
Right.
I can break the FCC rules and say, you know what, all y'all gonna pay y'all taxes on the site because we paid me. They ain't paying nothing. The site is ran from here, from WBLS, server, and Hutch. We got the same IP guy. Only thing different is that we doing a lot more than BLS advertise, and we only a internet site. We get more hits right now. Right now, I just checked this morning. I checked on podcasts.
I was about to say, tell them about the podcast.
I checked on podcasts. Our ratings right now, 388,746.
Wow.
I didn't even know worldwide.
That. Me neither.
Wow.
We on Hipcaster. Our Hipcaster hits on Hipcast. It's well over 800,000.
Wow.
That's worldwide. I look at BLS. BLS is only local. They only go as far as Connecticut. They go as far as touching Mass and New Jersey.
Let me add.
That's it.
Let me add this to what you're saying. Just because you may see 3 or 4 people in the chat room, that don't mean
That don't mean nobody ain't listening. That don't mean nobody ain't
Don't
listening.
get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. I mean, we all know. My thing is this: if you send emails, I'm old fashioned. I hit you up with a phone call.
That's
Hey,
it.
what you doing tonight?
Yeah.
That's
If it's
right.
5 people. Well, listen. Take time out. Take 2 hours out your time. Check me out. I start. Here's a thread. Boom. So you see 5 people, and they may like it. And now you got 5 people, and not like I'm gonna send you a Facebook text. Everything is so impersonal now. Whatever happened to get on that phone?
Yeah.
Yo, how you been, man? Listen, I know we ain't talking a while. I know you love your music. You're gonna go on this site and you're gonna check this show out. This is what we do.
Yeah.
You got to bring the people in and bring them in, but don't get, like I said, just don't get discouraged if you see 2 people in a chat room and don't play with.
And you know what?
But
That's
see,
good that you brought that up because a lot of people get discouraged when they don't see people in their chat room.
Yeah.
They say,
Yeah, but
"Well,
that's-
I ain't got to work as hard because
No,
ain't
but-
nobody in
Now,
the
people
chat
still
room."
listen though.
See,
People
people
still listen.
see,
But
and that's the first
exactly
thing.
it.
That's the first thing I tell T.
Yeah, people still
T
listen.
said, "Oh, nobody in the chat room." I said, "But you still play. You know why? Because you getting those hits. People is listening to you.
Well, that's-
Now, we're not in no competition with a lot of other. Yeah, you got Cyber Jams. You got Club Nuts. You got
Face to base.
Face to
Base.
Base. Vision of Soul.
got
Vision of
Super
Soul.
Butter
You got
Soul
Butter
Cafe.
Soul Cafe. You got all these other internet radio sites, but these cats is paying. Their DJs are paying, and we're not in no competition with nobody.
Exactly.
But I can guarantee you, not almost guarantee, I can guarantee you, with the quality of DJs we got and the way we upholding it, and we don't even have as many DJs as they have right now.
But
Our
that's
ratings
growing.
is sky high and
That's
over
growing. Give it
what they're
time.
getting.
It's gonna
Reason
grow.
why? Because
We selected.
we're selective, but at the same time we're classy.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We're not sitting out there going shooting our mouth, going after other G. They've already done us. They already sabotaged this show on Monday night.
Yeah. Put a virus in
Put a virus in the system.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
But we cleaned it up quickly.
I couldn't even
Couldn't even get on.
I kept getting
But these are the things that you
booted
go
out.
through.
I'm like,
So
come on.
So the whole thing about Soulful Vibe is, like I told you, it's about family, it's about unity, it's a feeling. It's about being one. It's peaceful. It's music. You know, you may hear a song up there that may touch your soul. You may hear a song up there may take you back to a moment in your life. You know? And that's what it's about.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, but see, like I said, a lot of the DJs, like I had an incident one night. I always jump in the chat room. I'll check, see how they're doing, make sure the sounds are good, and especially the new ones, you know. And I knew he was supposed to be on the air. And next thing I know, I went in the kitchen, came back out, and he was off the air. So I saw him on Facebook. I hit him up. I said, "Why aren't you doing the show? You still have another hour." There was nobody in the chat room. I said,
See, yeah.
"Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
You
Because
there's other people listening.
They don't
They're
know.
listening.
You have to.
They don't
you
have
have to play
time to be
because
sitting there in front of
when
the
you got,
computer.
you see, you gotta look at this here, T. I put it like this. When you playing from 10 to 12, Europe is listening to you in the afternoon.
That's right.
They
Yeah.
they
Different time
have see
slot,
they're streamed on podcasts, not on internet over there. Amsterdam, the UK.
Right.
You know, that's where the podcast side come in. So that's why I tell people, when you gonna play like when you and Malik playing that time of night, they listening to you during the day. People may be
That's
sleep
right.
here.
Yeah.
People may be sleep here.
That's right.
Exactly, yeah.
Or people may be at work, whatever. Mid afternoon,
Yeah.
Exactly.
they listen to you. You understand what I'm saying?
And a lot of people get confused with that. They
A lot of
think
people
ain't
get
nobody
confused at the
listening.
time.
People
Listen-
is listening
do-
to
and that's
you.
why when I say do your shows, run your shows, and we also got an archive. So if you miss
I always
the
pick them
show,
up.
you can always go to the archives
Right.
and
You
pull
was-
that
you-
show right
you-
up and listen.
You
to
made
it.
a comment about how we tied this into the youth.
Yes.
My daughter, my sons, when they are in the house and they hear the music that I play, I hear them humming and singing certain songs. See, what we do, like each DJ, you know, we of their age now, we have kids. And they hear this music. And like some songs like that I personally produce or remix over, Daddy, that's your song, and we may be at a party. Daddy, that's the song you made right there. You say, yeah, that's the song I made, baby. And what happens is that, you know, they are hearing a lot of this, and like a lot of the Adeles, a lot of who you got, the Lynn Lacame, and a couple other artists that a lot of times they don't get the recognition because, you know, it's like when they hear more, the internet is great because their kids hear this stuff. And then because their parents is listening to it, more likely
Exactly.
the parents is blasting it.
And
So
the internet.
they're going to hear it. They're going to hear a lot of music that you only hear on the radio. And then when, at the time, a few years ago, and it hasn't been that long, but KISS went off the air and they turned into
Sports radio.
Sports radio.
Yeah.
Right? And it was at a time where BLS stopped playing house music. Now you got Marley Marl on there and
Doing club.
not,
Doing club.
not for nothing. I despise the way he tear up these songs.
Kill him.
He do,
But you know what?
He do this. He do this.
But you know what? He playing it.
He playing it. Don't get me wrong.
That's the key. No matter whatever
Don't
way
get
he
me
doing
wrong.
it.
And I'm such a critic because
He
it's
playing it.
like if I'm gonna play hip hop, I'm gonna play hip hop.
Right.
If I'm gonna play house music, I'm
play
gonna
house.
play it. I'm not gonna try to scratch up house music.
Right.
I'm gonna play it in its venue the way it should be played. I'm not gonna get on hip hop and then play hip hop from the first all the way to the last and don't do nothing to it.
Right.
It's things. Music is meant to be treated according to how it has been made. Everybody know if you hear hip hop, this DJ is gonna scratch it up. He's gonna do some. He's gonna have some. That's all part of the audio, the visual thing. You're not only seeing the and that's what's missing now. Because if you have a computer up there doing the music, then you're missing the thing where the guy touched the turntable, throw it back. Even the CD 1000s and the other ones where you can touch the plate. If you spinning that plate, back spinning and doing tricks with it and stuff, that's all part of the audio visual that you see. Certain units that you have, I mean, I can understand you're making money, you're at a party, that's one thing, a wedding. But when you like performing, and I call when you're doing a club set, you're performing. You're not only DJing, you're performing. They want to see people are up there looking at you, and they'll stop in their tracks and they will look at you
See how you vibe.
to see how you vibe, see if you bopping your head. They're seeing if you just standing like a bump on the log. It's all about, you can have a crazy hat on every time you DJ. That's your gimmick.
They know it.
People will
Yeah.
love
They
you.
know
They go in
it.
there and say,
You
"We
gotta
love
have
the
it.
club."
Yeah.
You
Gotta
see
have
that?
to give it.
You gotta
a
have
lot of
a
that
gimmick
stuff is missing.
behind your set, and not
lot
only
of that
that,
stuff is
like
missing.
lot of our DJs, we gave them the option. If you go on the site and you see them playing, you can see them playing live on cam.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
like me, I
yeah.
put the cam on. I let people see that I'm playing live. This ain't me playing no CD I done made 3 weeks ago and just running it.
Right.
I let them see that I'm playing live. This is hard work.
That's a
You know,
bonus.
you know what I mean?
That's
So
a
I
bonus
gave them an
like
option.
that.
Some DJs like to play on cam, some of them don't. You know, but that's the option they give them.
And they're showing
But-
you all the systems. So you seeing that person
And
inside
thank
the
you
studio.
for that idea.
Yeah.
You see the speakers, you see the records, the CD, and they seeing it like, wow, he's
And you
messing
see, and they
around
seeing the
with
work.
this, and they seeing
that you putting in.
They're seeing you being interactive with your music.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
But where Soulful Vibe is going now is we're working now on doing the Winter Music Conference down in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So me and Hutch will be leaving out next Saturday to take a ride down there to look at some venues. Then we'll be working around April, sometime like that, to do the house music dance
We're
competition.
trying to do a Soulful Vibe party, but incorporate a dance-a-thon, like back in the day where, you know, everybody just stayed on the dance floor
House heads.
until
Yeah.
you drop.
Yeah.
Club heads.
You know, it's not where, you know, if you start slouching, someone put your hand on your shoulder, you're off. You know, and it's all day, and all our DJs are going to be the DJs for that. Something running from like 3 in the afternoon to 3 a.m. You know, no alcohol. It's going to be more.
No, we don't.
you know.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing too about like with the house music and everything. You go to a lot of house music events, you don't see alcohol and drugs
Yeah.
involved. People may think that, but no. Now the respectful thing about it, like a lot of people say, "Oh, well, this person runs house music. This person runs the house music scene." The gay community is huge in house music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They are
Yeah.
very. You know why they're huge, and I commend them. I respect them.
Respect them.
Everybody in here is comfortable with who they are.
Yeah.
But I respect the gay community because of the fact that
They love house music.
they keep it alive.
They keeping us
That's
alive.
right.
Oh, yeah.
And you
And
said
New
something
York-
about the kids. I want to say
They-
something about that.
They keeping the dancing
House.
alive. They keeping the music alive. They keeping the competition, the house music alive. They keeping the vibe of it alive. They keeping the essence of it
For me.
alive.
That's right.
Think of rough, man.
but that's where I commend them at, because
Yeah.
whenever and not for nothing, they're the ones that's giving the parties that people want to go to.
That's right.
They're the ones that's giving. I don't care what creed you are, but they're the ones that's spending the money and giving the house music parties
And
that you want
I
to
got
go
to
to.
touch on something too. The reason why a lot of places don't allow you to play house music is because being that they're not alcoholic, and a lot of times
They can't sell no
a
alcohol.
lot
Yeah.
of times these guys that love and they out there dancing to this music is because back in the day they went to these clubs where clubs were clubs
Yeah.
and they were burnt out and they're recovered. They
Right.
can't have alcohol.
That's right.
They do
I'm one
music
of
on pure energy. They do music on pure love. Today's thing when they do the hip hop R&B parties is all about the bottles up. You hear it in all the
Popping
songs.
bottles.
Popping bottles.
Yeah.
Syrup.
Yeah.
Doing that
Syrup.
syrup.
Exactly.
All that
That's
syrup.
Smoking weed, getting
If-
high.
If in the fact that you had a house party, like we do venues in bars. What's that? Bars. You have lounges. We do a lot of lounge bars. I've seen the club scene turn into the lounge scene. Everything is intimate, sexy, and vibey. You know, no big party. I don't think there is no more big clubs.
Nah, it's essential.
And not in the United States. Maybe
No.
one or two here and there, but essentially everything is loungy.
Yeah.
So with that being said, who makes money? The owners. They have to make money on drinks. If they
Yeah,
don't make
that's
money on
right.
drinks, they don't want your music. Now, if it was hip hop, they want your music because people buying liquor. See, that's why it's heard so much. Plus, you hear so much on the radio and don't hear it only at a certain time of day that you may hear somebody touching on a little house music. And the house music they
Yeah.
touch on is not the new stuff that these artists
It's always
came
the
out
old
with.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's always that old stuff. So you never get educated on the new stuff.
There's no more
You know,
open
Except
minds no
for
more.
when we the DJs play it on the internet, and you hear all this new stuff. But you'll never hear that stuff that we play on the radio. I guess that's
You know
one of the
what?
reasons why.
That's
That's
that you
what-
said that.
and that's one
Frankie
of the-
Crocker said. Frankie Crocker said he used to go to listen to Larry Levan, and whatever was the hottest radio playing record that's playing that night, he would play it on the radio Sunday morning. And next thing you know, the whole tri-state area be jamming to it.
Exactly.
Pat
I had
Lyon.
the pleasure of meeting him before he passed away. I met him through my uncle Tony Vaughn that played on BLS. I had a chance to meet him. Very nice guy, funny as hell. He's a character, but his music, he know that music, and his voice, and just that Frankie Crocker, he get 2 pieces of chicken. Yeah, that's my man.
And
Frankie.
one final question, guys.
Yes.
Anybody y'all want to thank or give a shout out to before we wrap it up?
I like
I want to thank y'all.
y'all for coming, giving us the interview. But I like to thank Mark Fordisco for giving me the opportunity. I like to thank also his boys.
I want to thank this man here, Rick
the Latin
Schuyler,
Rascals.
and DJ Hutch.
Hutch,
DJ.
my man Rick for giving me the opportunity to play on the station. And I like to thank my family. Let's all stick together. Let's make it happen, my brother.
And I like to thank, first of all, God for allowing us to be here today.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
I like to thank God. I like to thank DJ Rick and Mrs. right there, House Nation.
House love.
House love.
Okay,
House Nation. That's what it is.
I
House
like to
Nation.
thank House Nation, House Love, and I like to thank all you guys for being a part of something that's going to be big. Believe me, I've been doing the internet thing for a while, and this is going to be big. So just stick it out, fellas. With no further ado.
Right.
And don't stop rocking.
I would like to thank the Lord Jesus Christ. That's number one. The rest, next shout out I'll give out to my moms and pops, and then
There
my
you go.
DJ family.
Shout out to my DJ family, God, my brother Do It All Lords.
Absolutely. To God, my family, my wife for not getting upset when I'm down in the basement in the studio cranking the music up loud.
Shout out to my man right here, DJ Rick Schuyler, for putting it all together. House Love, DJ Hutch, God, Moms and Pops, and all the family of Soulful Vibe.
Thanks.
Thank the Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior. As I am saved. I want to thank
Praise God.
all the DJs, all the house music DJs, hip hop too, from day zero to now that's still doing it. I want to give a big thanks to my man Shaheed.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank Homicide. I want to thank Logan. I want to thank Hutch.
Oh, man.
I want to give a homage to Red Alert, who we tagged back and forth on. I'm going to email him back because he emailed me this morning. I'm giving homage. I'm giving a homage to my oldest brother, DJ Unsell. I want to thank my man Malik, Kel, Paul, T, Scoop. Who else ain't here?
OG.
Who?
Will G.
Will G. My man man Will G. Casanova. G Flex.
Eric.
Eric Lopez, Big E, House Love. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for giving us this opportunity. Dance Mogul Magazine, I want to thank y'all especially. Thank my fiance for putting together the food and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
good rock.
good food.
You know,
Yay.
thanks to her.
You know, I
And,
couldn't stop eating.
I just want to say thank you to the Soulful Vibe family for coming apart and believing in me to do this.
2014.
I just
we taking
want
it.
to thank them and for taking that chance to ride with me